Eyes on your own work.
One of these men was the pilot of the plane which caught a space capsule in midair. What is your name, please?
My name is Gene Jones.
My name is Gene Jones. My name is Gene Jones.
Only one of these people is the real Captain Gene Jones. The other two are imposters and will try to fool this panel. Ollie Bergen, John Cameron Swayze, Kitty Carlisle, and Robert Q. Lewis on To Tell the Truth with your host, Bud Collyer.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and welcome once again to Tell the Truth, brought to you this week by Helene Curtis, makers of fine beauty products, Endon, dandruff treatment shampoo, and Tender Touch dry skin bath oil. It's a great pleasure to welcome back tonight both John Cameron Swayze. John, how are you?
Fine, Bud. Fine. Well, I'm fine at this stage of the game. I hope I can say the same at the end.
I'm sure you will. And Robert Q. Lewis, another good old friend.
Thank you, Bud. Good to see you.
Joy to be with you again, Bob. John is sitting in for Don Amici, who is in Honolulu temporarily on business. And, of course, Bob is here with us in place of Tom, who is on the road at the moment with the new musical comedy, The Conquering Hero. Now, panel, will you please open your envelopes and take your first look at your affidavit cards and follow along, if you will, please, as I read. I, Captain Gene Jones, am a pilot in the United States Air Force. 2 weeks ago today, my group, which is part of the Air Force Research and Development Command, was assigned to catch in midair a 300-pound capsule dropped from a satellite in orbit. I was the pilot of the plane that made the catch. Signed, Gene Jones. These three gentlemen, panel, you just heard, as did I, all claiming to be Gene Jones, intrepid Air Force pilot and missile catcher. Let's start this first round of questioning tonight with Polly Bergen. Polly?
Thank you, Bud. First of all, I knew right away when I didn't read about this that we would have it on the show. You see. Number one, exactly how did you catch the capsule? With what? In what way?
What we call air recovery gear by hooking the parachute that holds the capsule.
I see. Number two, how did you hook the parachute?
With an airplane.
Well, I know there was an airplane, but you mean just caught it on a wing, or what? How did you catch it, sir?
I caught it on a hook.
On a hook. Number three, what kind of cable did you use attached to the hook in order to carry a 300-pound capsule?
Nylon cable.
Nylon cable. Number one, is that true?
That's true.
Number two, how many members of the crew on your plane?
There are 9.
9?
Yes.
I see. Where are you from, sir?
Franklin, Tennessee.
Oh, I'm from Knoxville. How are you all?
Well, you can carry on like mad a little later, but now, John Cameron Swayze.
Number two, what type of plane were you in when you made the catch?
C-119.
About how fast is this object traveling when it hits your hook?
About 130 miles an hour.
Is there much of a shock? Do you get a reaction?
In the plane, through the controls, you mean?
Right.
Yes.
Number three, what kind of weather existed when you made this catch?
Clear weather with an undercast at about 6,000 feet.
Number one, was this the first time this had been successfully done?
No.
When was the other successful attempt?
Last August.
And what size satellite was involved in that case?
Same size.
Number two, how long have you...
Kitty?
Number two, the thing that interests me is who gives you the idea as to where to be, and how can you be there just at the right time?
Well, it's tracked by radar until the first plane sights it.
How
Actual
far were you
sight.
from the first plane?
How far
Yeah.
was I from the first plane? I was the first plane.
You were the first plane?
Yes.
Well, number three, I don't understand how you can be right at the time when it's the catch. How do you do it? I can't catch a ball from 4 feet away.
You follow a radio signal until you see the object falling, and then
I see.
fly
And then when you
towards it.
see the object falling, you get on top of it in order to hook it from...
You hook it from the poles and the devices hanging from the rear of the aircraft.
And you're on top of the object.
That's right.
Supposing you went over it, what would happen?
You would miss it.
How much leeway do you have for missing it?
About 4 to 8 feet.
Bob?
My Lord.
Kitty mentioned other planes, number 3. How many other planes are involved in an attempt at a catch of this kind?
About 9 aircraft in the squadron and other types of detecting aircraft.
Number 1, suppose the first plane, your plane, had missed the catch. Would the others have had an opportunity to go after the capsule?
The first plane gets 2 passes. And if he doesn't get it on either one of those 2 passes, then the next in line follows.
And number 2, was the very first pass the one that captured the capsule?
No, I missed it on the first pass.
You missed it on the first.
And that's all we can do, so don't miss on your voting now, as without any consultation, you please mark your ballot. Voting as you do so for number 1, number 2, or number 3. And as is our custom, the team of challengers will receive $250 for every incorrect vote. All right, panel, mark your ballot. Everybody voted? All set? Polly, for whom did you vote? Oh, I have to go the other way, don't I? Did I start with you? No, I'm starting with you tonight.
Start with
It's all
me.
confusing. You know you're all in different order tonight.
I know.
Yeah, that's done to confuse me. Polly, for whom did you vote?
Well, I'll vote as bad in this spot as I did in the other. I voted for number 3. I have no particular reason. I really wasn't up on the facts concerning the catching of the capsule. I liked number 2 because he's from Tennessee. But he said the parachute was, I thought he said it was dropping at 120 miles an hour. I don't know how you get a second chance.
John Cameron Swayze, your vote, please.
Well, Bud, I voted for number 2. I liked Polly, and she liked number 2, although she didn't vote for him, and I thought that was reason enough for me.
Kitty, what about your selection?
Well, I think they're all absolutely marvelous. I voted for number 3 because his phraseology when he talked about the weather seemed rather obscure to me, and so I thought he knew a great deal about the subject.
And Bob?
Well, I went along. I'm afraid I'm part of this, I hope, right majority. I thought number 2 was too well briefed, and I didn't like one of those answers. Number 1, you never did get a chance, did you? So I voted for number 3.
Number 3 is your vote.
To be number 1. You know that.
Because nobody voted for him. Well, let's find out, shall we? You've all recorded your votes, and we've made up our minds, and if you're playing with us at home, as of course we trust each week you do, why, let's find out now in our own particular moment of truth, shall we? Which one of these gentlemen is the real pilot missile catcher in the Air Force? So will the real Gene Jones please stand up? I say bravo, too. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We're proud to have you with us. You did well, panel, extremely well. Let's take a look at the others now and find out who they were, because they sure handled themselves well. Number 1, what is your real name and what do you really do?
My real name is Sherwood Brooks. I'm in charge of public relations for the Quasha Lipton Company. We are consulting actuaries in Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey.
Thank you very much, sir. Great pleasure to have you with us, too. Now, number 2, you've got the other vote that was not for number 3. So what do you do, and what is your real name?
My real name is William Rather. I am from Franklin, Tennessee. At the moment, I'm unemployed.
Well, it was good fun. And checking up on the score, we find there was only 1 incorrect vote, a total of $250 from Helene Curtis, and, of course, a gift package of all of the fine beauty products from Helene Curtis for your ladies. Thank you so much for being with us. Continued success to you, sir. Good night. God bless you.
Introducing Plus White Plus Peroxide Toothpaste. You'll get whiter teeth plus the benefits of peroxide. Plus White Plus Peroxide. There's no white like Plus White.
Want to go curly and add fullness to your hair? Now you can with Wash and Curl shampoo. Its curl enhancers work right in the shower. Your hair will look full and beautiful. Wash and Curl, the curling shampoo.
If you have wrinkles and puffiness under your eyes, I recommend Sudden Change Under Eye. Look, before sudden change and after. Sudden Change Under Eye.
One loan, one payment each month, and nothing more. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
If you're like most homeowners, you're paying a mortgage, several credit cards, and an auto loan each month. That's why the Money Store introduced the combo loan. With a combo loan from the Money Store, you can refinance your mortgage and consolidate your bills. You'll have one loan, one payment, and write just one check each month.
Plus, the interest can be tax deductible.
One loan, one payment with a combo loan from the Money Store. Call 1-800-LOAN-YES.
Now, panel, let's meet our next team of challengers.
What is your name, please?
My name is Sue Ellen Fullstone. My name is Sue Ellen Fullstone. My name is Sue Ellen Fullstone.
Once again, panel, follow along with your card copies of this affidavit. I, Sue Ellen Fullstone, though too young to vote, have very definite political convictions. During the recent presidential campaign, I spent $100 of the money I had earned raising sheep and bought television time to speak in favor of my candidate. Over the protest of my parents, I paid for and delivered a 5-minute television address in behalf of the now President-elect John F. Kennedy. Signed, Sue Ellen Fullstone.
Game Show Network wants to hear from you, so please write to us at Game Show Network, Post Office Box 805, Culver City, California, 90232-0805. You can also email us on the Internet. Our address is Winnie, W-I-N-N-I-E, at GameShowNet.com. We hope to hear from you soon.
Three very young, very attractive ladies, I think you'll agree, panel. This time, each one claiming to be Sue Ellen Fullstone, Kennedy campaigner. Let's start this cross-examination with Kitty Carlisle. Kitty?
Thank you, Bud. Number one, you obviously have very admirable ideas about, you know, your political duties, and I don't want you to make a political speech here, but what was the outstanding quality in your choice that made you wanted to make this speech for Kennedy?
Well, I thought that a lot of mistruths were being said about him, and I really feel that he could be a good leader for America, and we need a young leader.
Number two, what was the outstanding quality that made you vote for him?
Well, I liked his military record, and I think a young president would be very good.
Number three, what was the outstanding quality that you felt?
I think his most outstanding quality is his character.
Number one, can you tell me what is a teg?
No, I can't.
Number two, you raise sheep. What is a teg?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Robert Hewlett.
Was that a tick or a tag? I don't know either, girls. Sue Ellen, number one, may I ask, where are you from?
Well, I was born in Gardnersville, Nevada, but I live in Colville, California.
In Colville, California. And to what television station, number one, did you go to buy your time?
KOLO.
KOLO TV. And that is in?
In Reno, Nevada.
I see. Number two, may I ask where you're from, please?
I'm from Gardnerville, California, but I live in Colville right now.
I see. And to what television station did you go?
KOLO.
KOLO. Number three, would you tell me, please, when you went about buying this time on television, to whom did you go? To what person at the television?
I called the television station.
Yeah.
And they got me in contact with the sales manager there.
Weren't they a little shocked by all this, number three?
Yeah, they sounded a little shocked.
Polly.
Number three, I think you're still young enough. This won't be too shocking a question. How old are you?
I'm 13.
13. Number two, how old are you?
I'm 13.
And number one?
Well, I'm 12. Papers made a mistake.
Oh, I see. Number two, correct them while you're young, honey. Number two, do you feel that younger people should be allowed to vote? Do you think the voting age is too old?
Well, it depends what age they are, really, and if they have good reasons to vote for who they want for president.
I see.
John? Number one, where did you get this idea of going on television?
Well, I had been thinking about it for a long time. I listened to all the debates, and, you know,
Just popped into your mind.
Well, I had been thinking about it, and I thought that it would be a good idea, and it could help them.
Well, let me switch subjects for a moment. When do you shear sheep?
In May.
Only once a year.
Well, you can shear them twice a year, but we only shear them once a year.
About how much wool do you get off a full-grown sheep?
Well, we get about 5 pounds.
Number two, how about you?
5
That's
pounds.
about it. I'm sorry we have to leave the wool right where it is and get to our own wool gathering right now as we discover which one of these ladies is the right one, and you have to vote for that subject matter. So please do so. Mark your ballot. Without consultation, vote for number 1, number 2, or number 3. Everybody voted? All right, Polly, for whom this time?
I voted for number 1. I had a hunch that it was number 3 until number 1 was very much put out at the fact they had lied about her age. And I feel that either it would be rather strange that she would change the age, or else she's so proud of the fact that she did what she did, and I think she should be, that she sort of gave it away a little bit.
Okay, John Cameron Swayze, your vote.
I voted for number 1 also, Bud. I liked the age as Polly did, and I also liked her reply as to why she chose Kennedy. I was very interested in that. They were all good, by the way, but I think...
Yes, they were. Kitty?
I voted for number 1. I think it might be number 3. But number 1, I had nothing to do with the age. Every time number 1 was asked a question, she started to make a speech. And this is the girl that made the speech on television.
And Robert Q, which one did you think?
I think the fact that Polly usually sits here had something to do with my vote. I voted for number 2, and simply because it looked too darn right for number 1. And I know you fellas on this show, and that's the only reason I can give. I can see number 2 going up there, though, and getting excited about that.
Well, there you have it. Now, devious or not, that's the way we feel about it, and see whether we feel right or wrong as we discover which one of these 3 young misses is the real Kennedy campaigner in the recent presidential campaign. So will the real Sue Ellen Folkestone please stand up? Fool them completely.
Really thought it was number 3. Just the age.
Thank you. Yes, Bob.
But may I ask something? Sue Ellen, tell me, darling, how many pounds of wool do you get from a shorn sheep?
About 5
Oh, you
pounds.
do? Okay.
Oh, boy. Well, let's find out about the other 2. Now, number 1, you got the most votes. What is your real name, and what do you do?
My name is Melissa Walsh, and I'm a student at the Lycée Français of New York.
Bless you. And number 2, your real name and what you do?
My name is Mary Schachtel, and I'm a student at Miss Hewitt's classes in New York.
And the bright one on the right. All right, girls, in checking up on the voting here, you're going to find that you can go out and take time in the next presidential campaign if you want to and be well paid back for the other one because nobody guessed you. That's 4 incorrect votes at $250 each for a grand total of $1,000. And of course, the gift package of all of the Helene Curtis fine beauty products. Thank you so much, young lady. Stay as bright and perky as you are. God bless you. Good night.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm here to tell you, if you watched it, you will win. See? Yeah, because we're back to play, watch, and win. You've just watched Tell the Truth, and I know I have great confidence that you paid very close attention because I'm going to ask you the question about what you've just seen. So we'll put up our toll-free 800 number, take your calls, and the first person to answer the question correctly is going to win a great prize. Marianne, I feel the click coming on.
It is a LeClick moment. That's right. That's our prize. Keystone's LeClick camera. It's an automatic 110 with a built-in flash from the Keystone Camera Corporation.
This is a good deal.
It is a good deal. A little pocket-sized camera. It's a great little thing.
Wow, just for watching and winning.
That's
you get
right.
That. Well, it's cool. Hey, if you'd like to play Watch and Win and you haven't won a prize on games, you're never going to pass 90 days. Call up. If you've won a pass in the past 90 days, don't call up if you try, because I'll hit you if you get on this line and you've won a prize in the last 90 days. Here's the number, 800-540-0476. Jump on all over us. I'll give you the question. Here it is. According to the pilot of the plane that caught the space capsule in midair, how much leeway is there for missing the capsule? Whoa. Let me try that again. I can't even say it. According to the pilot of the plane that caught the space capsule in midair, how much leeway is there for missing the capsule? Oh, I've got a whole bunch of people, but I'm going to be a devil. I'm going to go to line 5 first. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, you're on the air with Petey and Marianne. Tell me who you are and where you're from.
My name is Stuart Adler from Morganville, New Jersey.
You forgot. Stuart, you're from New Jersey. All right, Stuart, let me tell you, how much leeway for the capsule?
4 to 8 feet.
4 to 8 feet, yeah. What a guy, what a night, what a man. Let's take a look.
How much leeway do you have for missing it?
About 4 to 8 feet.
Yes, 4 to 8 feet. Nice going. You have just won a look-click. So stay on the line. We're going to find out where you live and send all the goodies to you and all that kind of stuff. Hey, that's kind of fun, so stay tuned. Well, we're going to come back later and play We're going to play a Flea Live interactive game here. So join us. We're having more fun than we know what to do with. Get out of here.
At CGM Mutual Fund, our emphasis is on performance. Over a 15-year period, CGM Mutual Fund has outperformed major benchmarks, including the Lipper Balanced Fund Average. And CGM Mutual Fund far outpaced the Consumer Price Index as well. CGM Mutual Fund is committed to outstanding long-term performance. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Call 1-800-CGM-INFO for a prospectus. CGM Mutual Fund.
One loan, one payment each month, and nothing more.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
If you're like most homeowners, you're paying a mortgage, several credit cards, and an auto loan each month. That's why the Money Store introduced the combo loan. With a combo loan from the Money Store, you can refinance your mortgage and consolidate your bills. You'll have one loan, one payment, and write just one check each month.
Plus, the interest can be tax deductible.
One loan, one payment with a combo loan from the Money Store. Call 1-800-LOAN-YES.
Nobody knows more about homes than Century 21 Home Improvements. Hi there, I'm Carrie Whitaker, and a few days ago, this was a tired old kitchen. Hard to believe, but thanks to a process called cabinet refacing, Century 21 Home Improvements has made it beautiful again for substantially less than custom kitchen remodeling.
This video explains everything, and it's free. Why waste it? Reface it. Refacing begins by removing your old cabinet doors and drawer fronts. The finish is taken off, and the original framework covered with matching laminate. Then, new cabinet doors and drawer fronts are installed in your choice of style and finish. They can also custom build cabinets, countertops, even center islands.
And along with your video, you'll receive a voucher, good for no payments and no interest until January 1997. So call today.
Want to see more? Well, call for the free video, and you'll see how Century 21 Home Improvements can create the kitchen you want at a price you can afford.
All right, panel, let's meet our third team of challengers.
What is your name, please?
My name is Father Stephen D. King.
My name is Father Stephen D. King.
My name is Father Stephen D. King.
Again, follow along, if you will, with your affidavit cards as I read from mine. I, Father Stephen D. King, am a parish priest in the town of Leeds, North Dakota. While I am responsible for the souls of my parishioners, I am also responsible for their safety. As the head of a 30-man organization, I am chief of the town fire department. Signed, Father Stephen D. King. Three double-duty gentlemen here, each one claiming to be Father Stephen King, priest and fire chief. And let's start this round with Robert Q. Lewis. Bob?
Yeah, Bud, thank you. It's just a little bit confusing here. Father, you preach. I am sure Fathers 1, 2, and 3 on Sundays, and then you have to do with the fires on all the other days. I'm wondering how to put the two together. I would not like to be a parishioner who was in your bad graces, Father. Let me start with number one. What is the capital, number one, Father number one, of North Dakota, please?
Bismarck.
Number two, who is the governor of North Dakota?
Jones.
Governor Jones. Number three, the town of Leeds. Could you place that geographically for me?
About 40 miles below the Canadian line in the middle of the state.
Number one, you have a 30-man organization in the town fire department. That looks like a pretty large organization. How many pieces of equipment do you have?
2.
You have 2 pieces of equipment. Is this...
Polly?
Number 2, what are the ingredients of a fire extinguisher?
Well, there are several types of fire extinguishers. You have
one
that's
type.
soda and water.
Soda and water?
Okay.
Number 3, could you name me another type?
Well, there's CO2.
What is that, sir?
That is used mainly to fight electrical fires.
I see. Number 1, what kind of equipment do you use for a major fire?
Well, you would use water for a major fire.
Water. Number 2, there's something else that's used particularly to put out oil fires.
Foam.
What is it, sir?
Foam.
Foam. What is that made up of? I mean, is it created?
Well, I can't give you the different ingredients. It's a combination of many chemicals.
I see.
And it smothers the fire.
John?
Well, Father number 1, it would seem to me that a parish priest has his hands full. How did they happen to name you the chief of police?
Well, first of all, I'm not chief of police.
No, fire, excuse me. I'm thinking of fire and saying police.
Well, they have elections in the department, and the people in the town who are interested in firefighting join the volunteer fire department, and then eventually they choose one out of the group to be chief.
And the lightning struck you?
Yes.
The most honest man.
Of course.
There's a fire during Mass.
Well, I've just been prompted. I think it's a very good question, too. Number 2, what does happen if there's a fire during Mass?
Mass comes first, and the officers then take over. We have a staff of 5 officers. I'm just...
You're prepared for that.
Kitty.
Number 3, the present Pope's name is John. What is his number? John
23.
the one. Number 1, what is a papal nuncio?
Well, he would be one who would represent the Pope in a given district or a given country.
Number 2, what would you consider the greatest fire hazard in the home?
The kitchen, the stove.
Number 3, would you say that's true?
Somewhat. Refuse, mainly.
Refuse.
Yeah, not disposed of.
Number 1, what would you consider the greatest hazard in the home for fires?
Very often it's improper wiring.
Number 3, how can the public help to fight forest fires, for instance?
By being careful about where they throw their lighted cigarettes and stamping out fires and
I guess
so
that's
forth
it.
at their picnics.
That's all the time we'll have for now. I'd like to go on with this further, especially since these are apparently, according to Polly, very special fires, since they're all quite distinguished. But in any event, it's time to vote. So will you kindly mark your ballot and vote for number 1.
I just got it, and I'm
number
sorry.
2.
What?
Or
What
number
did he say?
3.
What did he say? I didn't get it yet.
Okay.
You're lucky.
All right.
I'm good.
Polly, for whom did you vote this time?
Wait.
All right. Hurry up.
Hurry up,
All right,
Kitty.
I
We
got it.
can't stand around waiting while you make up your mind.
I know.
Polly, for whom did you vote?
I voted for number 3, though. I don't know whether fathers are allowed to wear red neckties. But if they are, it looks stunning on you.
John Cameron, which one do you think is the real one?
But I voted for number 1, and it was just an overall impression, quite frankly.
Kitty?
I agree. I voted for number 1. His answer about the papal nuncio was correct, and I think it's number 1.
And Bob?
Well, I voted for number 1 because I think he can save all kinds of souls, either burning or normal.
Okay, let's find out, shall we? Which one of these gentlemen is the real priest fire chief? So will the real Father Stephen D. King please stand up? Thank you, Father. If you're going to fight fire, you might as well fight them everywhere, right? Number 2, your real name and what you really do, please.
David J. Long, Scarsdale, New York. I'm a real estate appraiser.
Thank you, sir. And number 3, same question. What do you do and what is your real name?
Dick Grenahan. I'm the sales representative for George A. Hormel and Company, hams and bacon.
Thank you, sir. And when we check up on the score, we find there was only 1 incorrect vote this time. Panel did much better. And that, of course, means $250 from Aline Curtis, and we thank you very much for being with us, gentlemen. Good night, and God bless you.
Is your floor covered with linen hair? Don't get stuck. Stick it. Introducing Stick It, the rolling cleaner that dirt sticks to like a super magnet. It cleans lint, feathers, dust, and hair. Run it underwater and rinse off dirt like it was never there. Super sticky when dry, super slick when wet. Use it over and over. Easy grip extension handle stretches to clean dusty drapes, dirty corners. Stick It cleans floors fast for just $19.95. Rinse away sugar, sand, and salt in seconds. Will include Stick It handheld roller. Great for countertop spills, party mess. Glitter's gone in a flash. Also receive Stick It clothing cleaner. White